Hello, I'm Ethan Constantino, and the topic that I chose for my final project is hunter gatherers to hackers, gender, nature, and technology across time. While that title might be a little misleading because I will probably talk about the hunter gatherers more than I will talk about the hackers, nonetheless, I will be talking about the progression of gender, nature, and technology throughout history. I think the logical first step in this process is to define what technology truly means. So, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, technology is defined as the practical application of scientific knowledge, especially in a particular area. It is also defined as a manner of accomplishing a task, especially using technical processes, methods, or knowledge. I like these definitions because they encapsulate what I believe technology to be, which is all of this. All of this. From the first tool used 3.4 million years ago and the first controlled use of fire about 1 million years ago, through the discovery of the double helix by James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953, to the advent of artificial intelligence, to who knows what in the future. All of this is technology. Now that we have that definition out of the way, how does it tie in with gender and biology? Well, first, our biology dictates everything about us. It dictates how we operate. It dictates what we think. It dictates when we feel tired, thus when we sleep. It dictates when we feel hungry. It dictates what we want to eat. It dictates how we feel. It dictates how we react to how we feel. It dictates our identity, and thus it dictates who we think we are. And who we think we are ties into how we interact with others, and how we interact with others creates our community, and the community around us creates our perception of society. Let's backtrack that a bit. Back to biology. Gender is a nuanced topic. Always has been, always will be. From the social point of view, it can be deduced that our social structures within society have predefined the roles that men and women play in society. It stands that the division of roles between men and women is not meant to discriminate one from the other, but rather to maintain social cohesion in the group. The biological theory argues that the biological attributes such as genes and hormones that determine the sexuality of individuals are responsible for the different behavior differences among males and females in our society. The theory's proposition is that biological sex creates gendered behavior. While the biological process is controlled by nature, the social process is initiated by society. All of that is courtesy of this article. Enough about biology. How does this relate to society? I think the easier question is, how does it not relate to society? We live in a complex world, and it's only getting more and more complex. We were not biologically designed to intake the problems of 8 billion people through a 5-inch OLED screen that I can hold 12 inches from my face before I fall asleep. And when I get bored of that screen, I can get on my medium screen and get pretty much anything I want delivered to my door with next day shipping. And when I get tired of that screen, I can go to the big screen and put some sort of entertainment television on while I scroll on the small screen. I'm kind of veering from the point. Thousands of years ago, gender impacted a lot more things about life. Gender roles, while not necessarily strict, were evolutionarily advantageous. And we're entering an era where this is not the primary imperative. In fact, we're entering an era where our biology is being actively preyed upon by large corporations in the name of profit. Food is calorie dense and easily accessible. The biological imperative to consume as many calories as possible because food is scarce is still wired within us. The technology of today, highly processed foods, media, entertainment, is built to appease the biology, and the biology hasn't caught up enough to inherently realize that it's destructive. We were not biologically designed to sit under fluorescent lights for 8 hours a day just to go home and watch TV. The state of modern technology complements our biology too well. It's literally designed for it, but it's not good for it, So to ask the question, how has technology impacted society? Or even the opposite, how has society impacted technology? Is functionally asking the same question. They're impossible to differentiate at this point. Technology is intertwined with society just as society is intertwined with technology. And it's like asking what a river is without its banks. It ceases to be a river. Sure, you can look at the river and say, yep, that's water. Just like I can look at a refrigerator or a laptop and be like, yep, that's technology. But the river will still flow. It will still slowly erode the banks. It will still wash things downstream until downstream doesn't mean anything anymore. So all there is to do is everything you can, understand how the technology of the modern era contradicts us on a biological level. Do your best to offset it. Go outside, touch grass, hang out with friends, be part of something, create art, create vibes, love people, hang out. Please give me an A. I worked really hard on this.